Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Command and Conquer. We have completed the original campaign. Now it's onward to the console exclusive missions and the expansion missions. So we're going to start by doing the PlayStation exclusive missions, and we're going to go ahead and start with the GDI missions. Let's dive right into it. So this is one thing that's kind of unfortunate about all the extra missions in the game. They don't really try to fit into any kind of grander narrative. They don't have any cool video briefings or anything like that. They're just kind of all a bland text briefing, and most of them are pretty self-contained. So that's a little unfortunate, but, you know, it's more Command & Conquer content, more official missions, and so we'll be grateful for that. So this one says, use the commando to take out the Nod turrets on the beach to the west. This will allow GDI troops to land there. Use these reinforcements to destroy the northern Nod base. And hey, we get to play as GDI on desert terrain. Something that we are never able to do in the main campaign. So that's kind of cool. We see our mighty gunboat bombarding the shoreline, taking out some enemies. Alright, so our objective is to use this commando to destroy the western turrets. Okay. They're just rocket soldiers, so they're not much threat to a commando, but let's not try to stumble into any enemy forces. Oh, a flamethrower hiding behind that tree. Good thing we spotted him with our cursor. The cursor of omniscience. Oh, some sneaky fellows trying to come up and get us from behind. It is not easy to click with that much precision at this when my screen is the size of a postage stamp. Okay, let's maybe not mess with the flame tank. Alright, there's the turrets. We'll hope that not too many guys spawn out of those to damage our commando as we take them out. We'll get reinforcements every time we blow up a turret. Alright, only one guy has spawned so far. Let's hurry over there. We don't want the other turrets destroying our reinforcements. Why are you landing already? You fool! Oh good, he's just out of range. However, the troops coming out aren't.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I've got a present for you.
Reinforcements have
So I really like this mission. It's a pre-deployed mission, but it's interesting in that you get reinforcements as you go through the mission. So your forces are continuously increased.
Real tough guy.
It's pretty cool. I quite like it.
Yeah, no problem.
And a single commando would not be able to complete this mission, so it's good that we get the backup as we go through.
I'm on it.
Given what we've got, we're still not really equipped to take out that flame tank.
Yo, no,
So this mission,
you got it.
I mean, the presence of the flame tank, which comes pretty late in the
You got it.
official campaign,
I'm on it.
maybe makes this a little bit less true. But,
Yo,
allowing for that, we could almost say that this mission represents
reinforcements have arrived.
GDI's initial thrust when retaking Europe. Or not Europe, sorry, Egypt. GDI's initial thrust when retaking Egypt in the main story. You might remember that there's that point in the story where Nod had been holding Egypt for a while, but then GDI reconquered it, and we had to retake Egypt in one of the missions. We might have even gotten the flame tank in that mission. I don't remember at this point. If so, then this mission could actually fit in the timeline pretty well there. It's actually quite fun, at least to me, because I'm such a CNC nerd, to try and think about where different expansion missions and the console exclusive missions could fit into the main storyline. Now, a lot of them is just kind of unclear because they're so generic that they could kind of fit in anywhere. And a very large number of them use a lot of endgame tech, meaning that the only time when they really make any sense to fit into the story is
Reinforcements
near the end, or even kind of post-game. And that's fine. If that weren't the case, if there were more missions that clearly could be fit somewhere in the timeline and not all of them crowded at the very end, I actually would have considered splicing a bunch of these extra missions in during the main campaign where they would have made the most sense. I think that would have been really, really cool. But there just weren't enough missions that I could seamlessly fit in for it to make sense to do that. So I decided to just do all the extra missions after the main campaign. And for those few missions where we can speculate about where they could perhaps fit into the storyline, then we'll just discuss it on a mission-by-mission basis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, I'm on it. Yes, right away, sir. Unit report. Yes, moving out. Yes, sir.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Sounds like we're getting more reinforcements back at the beach.
You got it. Keep 'em coming. No problem.
Our commando will pretty comfortably be able to handle these infantry. I would use him to blow up the buildings, but since they can spawn enemies when he destroys them, I don't want him to get killed. So I'm going to destroy them with my other forces.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Okay, oh, we've been getting all kinds of nice reinforcements. Let's not leave those back there.
Waiting orders. Moving out. Not a problem. Roger.
Alright, I just want those guys to be lost leaders, but I don't want to get them squished. Okay, that went very smoothly.
Yes, sir. I'm on it. Yes, sir.
Get over here.
Acknowledged.
Help with the war effort.
I'm on it. Come on. Got it.
So yeah, like I said, I think that we can actually fit this mission in pretty well with GDI retaking Egypt. Just for the sake of this Let's Play, we'll go ahead and say that's what this mission represents. So sadly, we know that this effort will be futile in the end. Well, I say sadly, but that's mostly just because the story very much depicts GDI as the good guys, as we've discussed.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes. Moving out. Moving out.
Boy, we get a lot of reinforcements as we destroy the enemy forces in this mission. This mission was actually very, very loose inspiration for one of the missions that I made in my Red Alert Alternative custom campaign. Just the idea of you have limited forces, but as you go through the mission and defeat more enemies, you keep getting reinforcements. Was just kind of the basic idea that I borrowed. I think, yeah, we lost that rocket launcher.
Unit
Hopefully we won't need it.
Yes, sir.
I don't really feel like talking over this track right now. This'll do. Now, I suspect, I'm not positive about this because it's not like I was privy to the decisions of Westwood's design team,
Moving out. Ready.
being like 10 years old at the time, 10 or 11.
Yes, sir.
But I highly doubt that Westwood was actually particularly thinking about how to fit extra missions into the storyline. I don't think that was on their mind at all. That they weren't really making any attempt to do that. But rather they were just trying to make, fun extra missions to play. And that's fine. We appreciate that we have more fun extra missions to play. But yeah, I don't think that it's really intended that these are supposed to fit neatly into the campaign or help form a coherent storyline. Wonder where that flame tank went. Odd place to land the reinforcements.
Reporting. Come on. Affirmative.
Alright, let's scout ahead a little bit.
Waiting orders. Got it. Reporting. Affirmative. Yo, no problem.
But yeah, it might seem like a minor thing, but one of the things I appreciate about the extra missions is being able to play as GDI on desert tile sets or as Nod in temperate tile sets, because you never get to do that during the main campaign. So it's kind of just a neat little thing.
Yes, sir.
A little bit of novelty.
Moving out.
Alright, the base is guarded by turrets, so we'll want to use infantry loss leaders. The enemy is producing, so
lost.
we maybe don't want to wait forever.
On it.
Oh, they're producing quite heavily. We seem to have triggered that by...
I'm on it. Affirmative.
Okay, let's get the flamethrower before he kills us all.
Lost. Unit lost.
No problem.
Lost.
This is not a particularly difficult mission. Most of the covert operations missions are quite difficult, at least as hard as the hardest campaign missions, if not more so. They were designed to be a challenge. The console-exclusive missions, not necessarily. In fact, in general, okay, that is the problem with Grenadiers. One dies and they all die. I have discussed why I don't particularly like Grenadiers. That illustrated that pretty well. Alright, Commando. Potential damage or not, I need you to take some of these production structures out. Okay, now I need you to help kill the infantry, because my remaining forces are utterly inept at doing so. Okay, good. So, the fact that all of our Grenadiers blew up at once made taking the enemy base a little more fraught than it needed to be. Freaking Grenadiers. And that's it for our Commando, but he's done his job. It is very unfortunate that all of my remaining units are tanks, which are so abysmal at destroying infantry. Hopefully, as I lose my tanks, minigunners will come out. Maybe I should have kept my Commando after all. But yeah, there's actually a tiny chance we could lose this if the buildings we destroy spawn enough minigunners to kill my tanks. I don't think that's very likely. But I've seen crazier things in this game. Looks like we've got this in the bag, though. Still got that gunboat patrolling down there. I always want to say patrol boat, but it is gunboat. Despite the fact that its primary weapon is a missile launcher. Go figure. In terms of videos, there will be some short new videos for the console exclusive missions. We'll watch them because they're real short.
Mission accomplished.
However, if they're videos we've already seen, and I think it might just be Nintendo 64 missions that have very, very short new cutscenes. Is that really my top score? Okay, I'll take it, I guess. But for the few occasions where there's new cutscene videos, we'll watch them. If they're videos we've already seen, I'll skip them, because that way I'm not going to have to edit their volume in post, which means I can just use the videos raw, which actually saves me a lot of time on the editing and then the processing of the videos, like a lot of time. So since we've already seen them, that's why we'll skip those. That was a very short mission, so we'll go ahead and do the next PlayStation exclusive GDI mission. It says, Dr. Mobius has been trapped at his hospital by encroaching Tiberium. It is imperative that he is evacuated quickly. Nod will stop at nothing to ensure that he is killed. Dr. Mobius, you're basically a damsel in distress at this point. We have to rescue you so much. And because we have mammoth tanks, we can't really fit this into the narrative of GDI retaking Egypt. We did not have mammoth tanks at that point in the storyline. We got mammoth tanks pretty late, so this would have to come pretty late in the storyline. I don't even know of a time when Dr. Mobius was in Africa, so I don't know. I don't know how we would fit this one into the story. I don't think we really need to think too hard about it. Just think of it as a fun little side story or even an alternate reality thing. Now, the mission doesn't explicitly say this, but we are on a timer for this. If we wait too long, Dr. Mobius gets nuked. So we have to move with a little bit of pace. I only discovered that by watching a video of someone else playing this mission. I actually didn't take long enough myself to trigger that. But since I know that that's a thing, I will try not to dilly-dally too much. Would not surprise me if when I go to actually record the mission I manage to take too long. Because that's the way LPing goes, the LP curse as it's called. Now you can take those infantry with these tanks, but you'll take a fair amount of unnecessary damage. so it's helpful to use the rocket launchers to bombard them.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
And then there's this obelisk, and I believe we're going to want to use these tanks, if I remember correctly, to destroy the power plant powering the obelisk. I think that's the case. So although it's nothing big, there's a little bit of sort of puzzle-solving element in this mission where you realize the optimal thing to do is bombard those enemy infantry with your rocket launchers, and then that you don't want to try to get past that obelisk until you've destroyed these power plants. So, you know, you have to use your brain a little bit and not just try to complete the mission with mindless firepower. I like that. I always like when I have to think about what I'm doing a little bit. That said, I don't remember this mission being particularly difficult.
Yes, sir. Waiting or acknowledge.
Yeah, just a little semi-puzzly pre-deployed mission. I like it. I like it quite a bit, actually.
Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
And another, you know, desert GDI mission, which is always good fun. Okay, don't go in the range of the obelisk. Alright, let's try to destroy this a little faster. We are on the clock, as we discussed.
Yes, sir.
There, I just didn't want my infantry taking damage from crossing the Tiberium. We might need them for something. Oh, good lord.
Unit moving out. Yes, sir.
Okay, these guys finally caught us. I was beginning to think they had just... I don't know what I had thought. But because I forgot about them, they managed to destroy one of my rocket launchers. That kind of sucked.
Yes, sir.
They just took so ridiculously long to move around. I had forgotten they existed. They were so slow. Okay, sounds like somebody just died on Tiberium. Now, I don't remember which way to go. Probably follow the road. Okay, yep. Stop destroying the obelisk. It's draining power.
Yes, sir.
We might need to destroy the SAM sites because I think that
Unit report.
Dr. Mobius is going to be evacuated by Chinook.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Okay, keep moving. More Tiberium.
Acknowledge. Moving out. Moving out.
There's going to be a main enemy base here. So the enemy does have production.
Acknowledge. Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out.
Another SAM site to destroy.
Unit affirmative.
Go ahead and unload our infantry.
Affirmative.
They'll help destroy it more quickly. And actually, I'm going to use one of them to scout. So the enemy's main base is going to be up on this ridge.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Oop,
Yes, sir.
misclicked. Just going to get these guys killed. Pull them back. Okay, the enemy obelisks are back online. They probably produced missing power plants. Here in their main base, probably got triggered to do that at some point. So once again, we're going to need to take out their power before we're able to move up through that canyon.
Acknowledge. Roger. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, you got it. Roger. Moving out. Roger.
Well, that one spawned a couple guys. The enemy is producing vehicles, as we can see.
You got it.
Now,
Yes, sir.
we can wipe out their power from here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's not...
Unit
No, 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 no. What are you idiots doing?
ready and waiting. Not a problem.
Stop being idiots.
Unit acknowledge.
Our men are not very smart. They need a lot of guidance from us.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Alright.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Where'd the APC go? Oh, did the... No, where is it? There it is. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, flame tank.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
want to counter that with regular tanks. And we're going to want to destroy some more of the enemy's power. Just to make good and sure that their obelisks are offline.
Yes. Acknowledge.
Unit lost.
It's a lot of fiery death screams.
Moving out.
Okay, they are rebuilding the power.
Acknowledge. 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 Reporting. Affirmative. Yes.
And my troops are still idiots. Let's see if their obelisks are offline. They are. I'm gonna start heading to rescue Mobius now.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
What is this idiot doing? What is he doing? This is unacceptable.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Waiting orders.
Unit lost.
I need you to bombard the power, you fool.
Yes, sir.
The mammoths as well.
Acknowledge. Waiting orders. Affirmative.
Actually, I'm gonna need the APC to move Mobius across the Tiberium. Well, maybe not. I think the Chinook is supposed to land right here, but we can get him out of the range of the nuke in any case.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Moving out. Yes, sir.
there he is.
Moving out. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, sir.
Alright,
Yes, sir. Moving out.
the enemy base is pretty offline at this point. Deal with this little toad.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay,
Of course. Yes, sir.
now we have more SAM sites to destroy.
Unit reporting. Yes.
Nice work.
Moving out. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
However, those infantry might be able to get inside its minimum range and destroy it. The rocket launcher, that is, so
Moving
pull it
out.
back a bit.
Moving out.
Alright. The enemy is no longer rebuilding their power plants, so
Yes, you got it.
now that Mobius is safely out of range of the enemy nuke, it's time to destroy the remaining SAM sites and we'll get the evacuation.
Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Pretty sure that's how this is supposed to go down, if my memory serves.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Moving out. Acknowledge.
So yeah, I guess, you know, at some point Dr. Mobius ended up in
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Africa once again. Nod tried to kill him because Nod absolutely hates Dr. Mobius for whatever reason.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Alright, that's all SAM sites, and that's our Chinook.
Yes.
Which hopefully isn't actually going to land right where the nuke falls.
Affirmative.
Of course it does. And GDI sent in a strike force to rescue him,
Vehicle reporting.
as GDI always does.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
And this must have happened pretty late in the war, given all the high tech that we're seeing.
Affirmative. Yes, 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 yes.
Alright, Mobius boards the Chinook. We managed to do everything before the nuke fell,
Accomplished.
and we win. Easy peasy. Same victory video of the GDI Hawk descending upon the Nod Scorpion, and another pretty high score. Well, hey, let's see if we can do all of the GDI PlayStation exclusive missions in a single video. They're, as I said, they're not really all that difficult. There's maybe one or two of the console exclusive missions that are pretty tough, but most of them are fairly easy. This one says, money is tight in this mission. Take over the Nod base to the west and use its resources. Then, destroy the main Nod base to the south. Be sure all Nod forces are destroyed.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Right. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Once again, the presence of a mammoth tank means this must have happened pretty late in the war.
Roger.
So we have to find a Nod base and evict them and take it for ourselves.
Reinforcements
We have
arrived.
0 funds, though we do get an MCV.
Reporting. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. You got it.
The Nod base is to the west, as the briefing told us.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
I guess we could say that this mission and the previous mission with Dr. Mobius, given all the late game tech,
Moving out.
could have happened after the destruction of Temple Prime, after the end of the main campaign, and that these are part of a GDI effort to wrest control of Africa away from Nod. Because recall, Nod had taken over basically the entire continent of Africa. With the death of Kane, one can assume that GDI would have launched some kind of effort to reclaim Africa. Alright, this is going pretty well.
Affirmative.
Get a money crate here. That gives us 2,000, which is not going to be enough. Well, it would be enough to make a barracks and some engineers, which maybe that's what we'll have to do. Oh, don't attack that. Looks like we're probably going to have to capture it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. Stop. Stop destroying stuff we have to capture, idiots.
New construction.
They're just provoking the harvester.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete. New construction.
I always scroll when I go to that sidebar there. I don't mean to. Okay, the harvester is just squashing everybody because my men were retards and provoked it.
Construction complete.
That's on them, idiots.
New construction options. Building.
Okay, this is a disaster.
Reporting. Right away, sir. Yes. Yes.
Alright, now stop attacking stuff. We want to capture everything in here, you fools.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Unit ready.
Okay, first, the enemy refinery.
Vehicle reporting.
Why do I hear... Okay. Oh, no, stop!
Right away, sir.
Wow, the harvester faked me out. It was acting like it was going to the refinery. What the heck? What is it doing? Who even knows?
Affirmative.
Building.
It's just wandering back and forth. Are you going to deposit your Tiberium or not? Did we even get anything for capturing that Tiberium silo? I wasn't really paying attention because I was really distracted by the harvester's odd behavior.
Not building captured.
And I keep on scrolling when I try to go to the sidebar.
Unit ready.
Roger. Right away, sir.
Okay. So we have a source of income now. And we are capturing... Hopefully this gives us some funds. I want to see. We have 1009 or
Not
1008.
building captured.
Okay, that gave us a bunch. Good. We're going to capture lots of stuff.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
We won't get the power plants. That would not be very efficient. We'll go ahead and take the hand of nod because that'll give us some units we wouldn't be able to get otherwise.
Sir.
And I should probably start building defenses. Let's get another power plant.
Building. Building.
Obviously, we'll take the Chinooks. Next up, a comm center, and then we'll plop down some
Unit ready.
advanced guard towers. The idiots destroyed the other one. God, that's frustrating. If I don't babysit my guys constantly, they're guaranteed to do stupid things like destroy a Chinook I want to capture. It's so irritating. Oh well, we'll make do without the other one. It's not necessary to complete the mission. There's some fun shenanigans we can pull off that are easier to pull off if we have two of them, because we can transport twice as many infantry, but whatever.
Construction complete. New construction options.
Alright, let's plot down an AGT.
Acknowledge.
Can we build a flamethrower? We can.
Unit ready.
Yes, right away, sir.
Flamethrowers are ridiculously fast, so go chase that man. Oh, he's just going to burn to death in Tiberium anyway.
Yes, sir. Yep. Waiting order. Right away, sir.
Alright, well, a flamethrower can help take out the non-power plant.
Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Reporting. Moving out. Yes.
Construction complete.
There we go.
Building.
Well done. Now, go ahead and do some scouting.
Vehicle reporting. Yep. Affirmative.
There's the one SAM site left.
Construction complete.
And then we'll put a guard tower around back, and then we're going to make another refinery or two to expedite our finances.
Moving out. Moving out. Reporting.
Maybe I should have made an extra refinery first. The enemy doesn't seem like they're in a big hurry to attack me. My income's going to be pretty slow. Alright.
Lost.
You know what? Fine. I'll start another refinery now.
Building.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir.
We'll take 3 loads of Tiberium to build this thing. Let's speed up the game here. We'll slow it down if we fall under attack.
Yes, sir.
I should maybe scout up here a bit.
Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out.
Tons of Tiberium. Very Tiberium-rich area.
Moving out. Affirmative. Affirmative. Moving out.
Construction complete. complete.
Excellent.
Cannot deploy here.
Oh, okay. Finally, the enemy has woken up and decided to come say hi. They will break like water upon those defenses.
Building.
And yeah, this is clearly very late game since we can build an advanced communication center. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is post-end game. And this is part of GDI's effort to retake Africa, with the aid of the ion cannon.
Construction complete.
Let's do a little sandbag crawling and build one more refinery real close to all that rich Tiberium.
Building. Construction complete. Building.
Oh, the enemy is coming around from behind.
Construction complete. Building.
Okay, so they are intending to use that attack vector.
Construction complete. Building.
Fortunately, this guy's pretty dumb
Construction.
and is not opening fire on... Oh, never mind. He is opening fire on my vulnerable rear structures after all.
Building.
Oh, okay. There's actually a fairly significant force on its way.
Construction complete.
Well, let's erect some defenses then.
Building.
Yes, sir.
These guys are burning themselves to death on the Tiberium, so they're not going to be much of a threat. I may lose my medium tank.
Construction complete.
Unit, yes, boarding.
Not much left of these guys.
Building.
Waiting order, yes, sir.
That is abysmal aim,
Yes,
guys.
sir. Affirmative.
Oh, okay.
Moving out.
Maybe I want... That is... What is that weird movement pattern? Go stop, go stop, go stop.
On hold. Cancel.
I may want an AGT here on the rear.
Unit, yes,
Building.
yes, sir. Affirmative.
Alright, well now I have some scouts.
You got it. Yes, affirmative. Reporting.
Construction complete.
Right away, sir.
Building.
Reporting. Roger. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Roger.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. You
Pretty big map by the standards of the original Command & Conquer.
Building.
Yes, sir. You got it. Reporting. Moving out. Affirmative. Waiting. You got it. Yes, sir. Moving out.
So we see that the enemy base is down there. Now, as I said, there are some shenanigans we can do with that Chinook we captured. Would be more viable if we'd captured both of them, but my troops got a little overzealous and blew the other one to smithereens. Grr.
Roger.
Their enemy harvester appears extremely vulnerable,
Yes, sir.
so we could try some harvester harassment tactics. Alright, well, let's make a weapons factory so we can actually start building some structures.
Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Having trouble finding... There should be a point here, a very vulnerable point, where we can land our Chinook.
Building.
But I don't remember how to expose it without having to go right through the enemy base. Maybe it's not as viable as I thought.
Construction complete.
Alright, let's get the weapon factory online. I think we can speed the game up again. One of the cool things about the console exclusive missions is getting to play with late game tech in missions of mid game difficulty. I just think that's kind of fun. Yeah, get out of here, Harvester. This is my Tiberian field.
Yes, sir. Moving
Be
out.
gone with you. Huh. Normally that would enrage the enemy. Oh, you know, here comes a single attack or recon bike.
Unit. Affirmative.
Oh, he got my medium tank.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Alright.
New construction options.
Now, a repair bay, and then we start cranking out the mammoths. I mean, I would like to use that fun tactic of landing infantry in the rear of the enemy's base, but if I can't find the landing point, then I'm just going to have to punch through the front with a big frontal assault, like usual. Get out of here. You're not welcome. Nobody invited you.
Unit lost.
Okay, yeah, we're not going to be able to do that. I don't know how to expose it. Well, they're very cross with me for attacking their harvester.
Construction.
Since my mammoth was already damaged, the recon bikes are actually a threat to it.
New construction options.
And I lost it.
Unit lost. Building.
Oh well, we've got a weapon factory up now, we'll go ahead and rebuild it. Good thing I've got my defenses up, since all of my forces are destroyed.
Yes, sir. Roger. Right away, sir. Roger.
They're coming for you. Run! Hide!
Moving out.
There's no escape. That poor soldier.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
Go down fighting, man!
Unit
He
lost.
tried. Oh man, I think I might want another refinery. What are you doing? Being completely unhelpful.
Affirmative.
Harvest up there. One more refinery. We need to speed this up. This is slow.
Building. Our base is under attack.
Where? Up here, huh? How dare you ignore my defenses?
Yes, sir.
Good grief.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Not what I told you to kill, but good job anyway.
Not deploying here.
Crying out loud.
Not deploying here.
Knowledge.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Get wrecked.
Vehicle reporting.
Sod off.
Yes, sir.
Also, I keep telling you, this Tiberium field is not yours.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Building.
Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sod off!
Waiting orders.
Construction complete.
The enemy is attacking the civilian village just out of spite.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Enemy stealth tank destroyed easily.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I do have... Never mind. I have one infantry. Thought I had a few, but I only have one.
Roger.
Well, he'll come
Complete.
stand next to the mammoths and feel important.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Knowledge.
Building.
Those guys thought better of attacking my base. Probably smart, given the defenses. Where's that guy going?
Yes, sir.
Oh, here's a...
Unit lost.
Oh, that was mine? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Bizarre.
Construction complete.
Did I lose a harvester? Starting to think I lost a harvester.
Vehicle reporting. Vehicle report.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, smart use of the stealth tank attacking, you know, somewhere that I don't have defended, but incredibly annoying.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Fine, another automated defense then.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Construction.
The enemy has a lot of turrets.
Yes, sir.
Building.
I might want some infantry in my attack force. And maybe don't just stand there getting attacked, guys. Maybe fight back. Good grief.
Complete. Primary building selected. Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Building.
I want this to be one and done. Just one big punch and wipe out the enemy. Okay, I didn't mean to make the Grenadier. Whoa! Alright, we're under attack from behind by a light tank, apparently.
Moving out. Unit report.
Okay, bam, Select Bug. Slowing down my response time. The entire enemy force did a big end run. Okay. Smart, I guess.
Yes, sir. Unit reporting.
Yeah, I mean, you know, credit where it's due. That was smart.
Lost. Unit lost. Building.
Yes, sir. Ready. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
I was thinking that I had this guy selected when I didn't. I had all the other mammoth tanks selected. Very observant of me.
Right away, sir. Right away, sir. Moving out.
Okay, and then the enemy attacks from the other side simultaneously. Once again, smart.
Yes, sir.
Very annoying, but smart.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
However, given that I have all these mammoth tanks, it's really nothing more than an annoyance.
Moving out. Waiting orders.
This is probably a big enough force to do the job once the ion cannon's ready to take out the enemy obelisk.
Construction complete.
A few more infantry to support.
Building. Unit ready.
Waiting orders. Moving out.
Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
And
Unit
some rocket
lost.
launchers. Unit lost? Where? How? Huh. No idea.
Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit.
I really do wish that the minimap would have
Unit.
markers pop up.
Ready.
Oh, okay.
Affirmative.
That's right. I sold my guard tower up there.
Building.
No, let's rebuild it.
Construction.
We've got the money to spare.
Building.
What are you guys doing? Get up there and kill it.
Construction.
You're all gonna get squashed. You're just gonna get squashed. You're so incompetent. Get wrecked. Ban Select Bug.
Acknowledged. Unit reporting. Acknowledged.
Why do I even bother with infantry? They're such a waste.
Construction complete.
Between flame enemies and them getting crushed, they're just so ridiculously fragile. Anything kills them.
Ready. Unit.
Just by looking at them, basically.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
The durability of heavily armored vehicles, the fact that there aren't things all over the place that one-shot them, makes them far and away the more valuable units in this game.
Ready. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
Time to go wipe out the enemy, I think, as soon as the ion cannon's done charging, which will be soon.
Right away, sir. Vehicle reporting. Unit reporting.
We'll begin our approach just to strike fear into the heart of the enemy.
Reporting. Right away, sir.
Would have been nice to be able to do the Chinook drop, but how are you supposed to uncover the...
Yes, sir.
Maybe if I were to build, like, a communication center right here to, to uncover a bunch of shroud, but whatever.
Select target. Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Building.
Got it. Yes, sir. Unit reporting.
And the attack begins.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Now, depending on how many defenses the enemy has inside their base, alright, they have infantry.
Unit.
Including flame infantry, so my entire infantry squad dies instantly, of course.
Unit lost.
Glad I spent the money on those guys.
Yes, sir.
The enemy really wants to attack my rocket launchers, it seems.
Unit lost.
Yes,
Our base is under attack. Construction complete.
Alright, well, we do have a fight on our hands, that's for sure.
Building.
And the enemy's rebuilding their defenses. Alright, we need to get deeper inside and wipe out their construction yard. Or this is all in vain. So here is where I wanted to land my troops for a back entrance into the enemy base, but again, how do you expose this without going through the enemy base to begin with? I don't know.
Lost.
Okay, I don't want them rebuilding that. At least they're not rebuilding their obelisk.
Construction complete.
If we take out their power, it won't matter even if they do rebuild the obelisk.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Their harvester is kind of in the way. And now it's dead.
Sir.
It's not smart to get in the way of an army of mammoth tanks.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they're going for some kind of drop.
Unit. Yes, sir.
Where are they planning to do this drop?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Up at the top of the map, alright. Going for the rear of our base. Okay, let's go finish off their construction yard. Okay, it's an NG rush.
On hold. Cancel. Unit
Except the engineers are
lost.
just standing there, so it's not much of a rush.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
It was a good theory, but the execution's a little flawed.
Acknowledged. Yep. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit
Alright, no more buildings for them. This match is ours. Okay, maybe we don't need this.
Unit.
It's a mop-up operation now.
Unit reporting.
Like I said, playing with end-game tech and missions of mid-game difficulty is pretty fun.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
Our base is under attack.
Where? Oh, okay. A stealth tank, eh? He doesn't care about the
Yes, sir.
guard tower that just popped up right next to him.
Affirmative. Yes. Acknowledged.
Not too much to say during the mop-up operation.
Yes. Acknowledged.
This was a pretty decisive win for us.
Ion cannon ready.
I guess the push into the enemy base did encounter a little bit of resistance, but nothing too extreme.
Yes, sir.
We lost all our infantry immediately because the enemy had flame troops. That's...
Ready.
Huh.
Affirmative.
Why is your strike ready? I see a SAM site.
Unit report. Affirmative.
Strange. What happened to their engineers? They're gone. But they didn't take anything over. Who knows?
Unit acknowledged. Yes. Affirmative.
Boy, that guy really hates civilians. Army of mammoth tanks right there firing at him, and he's still attacking the civilian building. That's dedication to your job right there.
Mission accomplished.
And we win. Get wrecked, not scum. Well, that does it for the GDI PlayStation exclusive missions. Pretty fun. Not too difficult, but they were a good time. I enjoyed playing them. Alright, next up is going to be the NOD PlayStation exclusive missions. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then.